Ministers have vowed to strike a financial services deal with the US as the EU continues to show a lack of willingness to grant equivalence to UK markets. The UK is hoping to strike a deal over the British financial sector's role in Europe, which would allow for mutual recognition of financial service rules between London and Brussels. But despite a memorandum of understanding being provisionally agreed in March this year allowing for engagement on financial industry matters, no equivalence deal for the sector has been signed. John Glenn, who works under Chancellor Rishi Sunak, said there was no sign of any movement by the European Commission on a finance deal, stressing that was a matter for them. But speaking ahead of a visit to the US today, the Treasury Minister said the financial service sector in London was booming now the UK had left the EU. Because of a lack of movement from Brussels, Mr. Glenn said he wanted to agree on greater regulatory cooperation on financial services with US chiefs, branding them the UK's most important bilateral partner. The minister, who survived Boris Johnson's cabinet reshuffle last week, said the UK wanted to step up the ambition with the US and develop a like-minded approach to regulation. Mr. Glenn stressed, "What I want is an efficient and effective marketplace for financial services in the context of the global marketplace." He also made clear the UK's financial services sector had a key role in the government's efforts to spread growth across the UK. The minister's comments come as city banks and financial groups in Brussels are putting pressure on the European Commission to grant an extension for London to have euro clearing rights. Temporary permission for London clearers to serve EU customers ends in June 2022. The lack of an equivalence agreement means banks and clearers in the UK will not have EU permission to serve customers in the bloc after this time. With Eurocrats concerned Britain could diverge from international financial regulations after leaving the bloc. In a letter to European banking chiefs, the groups warned there is a significant risk of market disruption for EU clearing members and their clients if no extension is agreed. It adds, "We respectfully request the Commission to provide clarity as soon as possible and well in advance of March 2022 in order to prevent negative financial, commercial, operational and level playing field effects." Eurocrats had been urging banks to move euro clearing operations from London, which accounts for the bulk of activity in the continent. But Andrew Bailey, Governor of the Bank of England, claimed the Eurocrats risk damaging the UK's financial system if they prize part of the £80 trillion market away from the British capital. In a snap at Brussels, he added, "I have to say to the EU, we make it work with the US. You make it work with the US. The same principle and practice applies. I do not understand the argument that the UK-EU relationship should be different."